Hey everybody, Cole here with trainwithcole.com, and I'm going to make a YouTube video on this bye week for the Seahawks. It's a Sunday, and I didn't get to watch them play today. Worst weekend in the NFL, right? No, it was fine. A lot of the great games on. I'm just being dramatic. Um, Gosh, really love the Seahawks. If you don't like NFL football, just real quick, let me go on a quick rant. If you don't like NFL football, that's fine, but please understand you're missing out on a lot of excitement. There's something inherently fun just being a fanatical fan about a team, even though I have absolutely zero ties to that team other than the fact that I was born in Seattle. Doesn't really affect my life how they win or lose, but there's something fun about just being a fan. So, for you people who take your life so seriously, do yourself a favor, pick up a sport or something that you enjoy, and become a fan and enjoy that sport and enjoy all of the ups and downs that it comes. It's just something fun to do. Anyway, I wanted to make a video on or really say the same thing in video format as I did via a post I made on Facebook and in some of my training logs probably 2 weeks ago about now. Excuse me. And what the post was about, it was about peri-workout nutrition, or basically the food we consume before, during, and after our workouts, both in the span of the couple hours around the direct workout window, as well as over the course of the day. Over the last 4-ish years, intra-workout nutrition has really taken a lot of buzz. We look at the supplement industry, tons of products are being developed and sold specifically under the peri-workout nutrition category, and for good reason. Science and research is starting to show what I think we've inherently known for a while, that our body's going to best utilize nutrients around our training, and so why should we not maximize that physiological truth with just high quality products and high quality nutrients and specific amounts that are conducive to the goal that we have, and it's conducive to our body. Originally, I would have said this is more so for just the elite athlete or somebody who has very specific goals. Of course, for myself personally, it relates to wanting to gain as much muscle tissue as possible. But I do believe that even the somewhat serious lay fitness person could benefit from some kind of intra-workout nutrition, even if it was something just simple as some branched chain amino acids, a little bit of Gatorade powder or something. Just the more I study it, the more I see. I think most people could benefit from this. But so what I want to make a post about today is how to go about generally setting up or approaching peri-workout nutrition, especially in terms of timing of when we should consume what, as well as what types of foods we should consume. And this is going to be specifically, excuse me, specifically to pre-workout, intra-workout, and post-workout. But I also want to make a quick point before I begin. It's important to understand that your entire day nutrition is really critical. That's going to drastically affect your workout. If you especially work out later in the day, your breakfast and first couple meals of the day are absolutely going to influence that workout. Conversely, it's also important to realize that the meals of the day prior you had are going to have some carryover effect in today's workout. We don't want to just segment our nutrition into days and think, okay, whatever I had yesterday is not going to affect me today, or whatever I drank yesterday is not going to affect me today. That's really not true at all. Doesn't mean we have to be crazy anal about some things, but again, that's going to really be goal dependent and how serious you are about reaching your goals. So, what do I recommend when it comes to peri-workout nutrition? And I'm going to approach this from the person to the person who wants to perform really well in their workouts to their given goal, and it's going to be to the person who has some kind of resistance training involved, because a lot of the things I recommend are going to be with the goal in mind of building muscle tissue, getting stronger. It's going to be to support those goals, right? So keep those things in mind as I speak. So, prior to walking into the gym doors, about 90 minutes to 120 minutes, so an hour and a half to 2 hours prior to entering the gym, I think you should have a good whole food meal if possible. About that time prior to entering the gym. Why that long? Why not just shove something in 30 minutes prior to the gym? Well, we need to understand that the food that we consume in a pre-workout meal is only going to be as effective to us and our bodies if it is properly digested by the time we get to our workout. Yes, if you were to consume some like Gatorade powder or like Rice Krispie treat or something very simple carbohydrate 15 to 30 minutes before entering the gym, yeah, that's probably going to get through you quick enough to where that would have some immediate benefit and impact. But I think it's better to have a high quality meal about an hour and a half to 2 hours before you enter the gym doors, because that's going to give that meal time to digest and be completely broken down. You're not going to have a gut full of food, and your body will be ready to utilize those nutrients for training. It's also important, also because if we use intra workout nutrition, some kind of shake or concoction while we train, we don't want to be drinking that and pouring that onto undigested food in our gut. That's not very comfortable, and those nutrients are not going to be as readily utilized or utilized as, I guess, efficiently, because your body's still trying to digest a meal you just ate, 30 minutes ago or 40 minutes ago, and now you're cramming more stuff down. It's just going to, I mean, it's not that like digestion gets clogged up, but it's, hopefully you can see what I'm saying is, if our body's still trying to digest one thing, why would we just pour more stuff on top of it? It's not going to be as optimal. Your body's still going to use it. It's still going to get broken down, but it might not be very comfortable during a workout, and it's not going to be as efficient. What should that meal contain? For most people, I would recommend somewhere between 30 to 40 grams of an easily digestible protein, and then somewhere between 30 and 50 grams, again, very goal and body dependent, these are rough numbers, 30 to 50, to 75 grams of some kind of easily digestible carbohydrate. Now, the keywords there are easily digestible. Digestion around peri-workout is critical, because we obviously, like I was just talking about, we don't want a gut full of food. We want to eat foods that our body handles well, that digest well, that make us feel good, and that are going to give us good benefit in the gym. If we're eating something that is, we know our body inherently doesn't sit well with us, or is going to make us want to go just sit down and be tired and take a nap, like if it was a very big meal, for example, that's not going to digest well or quickly, and it's probably not going to be ready for our bodies to use when we train. So that can vary completely. Some people, they could do 8 ounces of a chicken breast, or maybe not much, maybe 5 ounces of a chicken breast, and some, maybe a sandwich, sandwich bun. They make a little chicken sandwich, or maybe they have some potato. Things that work well for them that, within 90 minutes, 2 hours, are going to be definitely digested by the body and ready to go. Whatever that is for you, use that. It's definitely not a one size fits all. So feel free to use digestible foods that sit well with you. So what about workout nutrition? Or first of all, let me back up a little bit. So I said about 30 to 40 grams of protein. Why for that? Well, research tells us that if we have at least 30 to 40 grams of protein prior to training, we're going to properly stimulate muscle protein synthesis, because we're going to have a high enough leucine content in that meal to stimulate that. We want that happening because it's going to jumpstart the recovery process, especially as we're getting ready to go into strength training. So we're kind of helping ourselves already recover by having a good meal. Plus, it's going to help us just grow better outside of the gym, right? And it's going to stave off some muscle breakdown during the gym as well, if we have those proteins in the body available to be used and available to go right to the damaged muscle tissue and help repair immediately. Why 30 to 50 to 75 grams of carbohydrates? Well, that's body's preferred source of fuel. So let's use an amount that is adequate for the kind of training we're going to do, as well as what we need personally for our given goal. And again, that can vary. One thing I didn't say is I'd also probably maybe like 10 to 15 grams of fat. Why? Well, that's going to help digestion be even throughout the body. It's going to help slow digestion down a little bit in that 90 to 120 minutes. And that's particularly good, especially if you consume, anytime you have a mixed meal with mixed macronutrients, where you have protein, carbs, or carbs and fat, or fat, protein, carbs, or any combination, digestion is going to be slowed a little bit. The glycemic index and things changes anytime you have that mixed composition of food and macros. But adding the fats in there, I just like that. I like having all 3 macronutrients prior to training. We've covered totally all of our bases, and we just have consumed a good meal prior to training. But again, these macro numbers are totally dependent on the athlete, what their goal is, what they respond well to. I've known some people that don't handle fats at all prior to training, so we don't do it. Other people, they don't like having carbs prior to training. That's not a rarity, but some just don't, and that's okay too. We'll do protein and fat. That's fine. Again, depends on the athlete's body, depends on their goal. No harm, no foul. Just find what works best for you, what makes you feel best in the gym, essentially. Post-workout nutrition, frankly, again, this is going to be goal dependent, but I like, again, another source of easily digestible protein, maybe another 30 to 40 grams to make sure we maximize muscle protein synthesis again, and another maybe 30 to 50, 75 grams of carbohydrates, again, because our body's going to assimilate those well. We're going to be pretty sensitive to insulin then as well, because they're from training, and so we're going to absorb those nutrients really well. You could have fats again too. That's fine. Some would say, well, no, don't have fats post workout because it's slow digestion. You want to get those nutrients straight to your body. Well, yeah, maybe, but if you've had a good pre-workout meal, and then especially if you've had some kind of intra-workout meal, post-workout nutrition is going to really kind of be an insurance policy, because you've already kind of covered your food bases, during training if you have an intra-workout drink, and then with the pre-workout meal. So let's talk about intra-workout then really quick. I know I went pre, then post. What you do intra-workout? You could be really simple, or you could be complicated, depending, again, how serious are you about achieving your goals, what's appropriate for you. Suffice it to say, maybe depending on, again, how strenuous the exercise is, you could just do some branched chain amino acids, maybe some creatine monohydrate. Branched chain amino acids are leucine, isoleucine, valine. I totally just had a mind blank there. Yeah, it's valine. Sorry if I'm wrong. I'm almost positive it is leucine, isoleucine, yes. Anyway, those are the, leucine's obviously responsible for stimulating muscle protein synthesis. Those three branching amino acids are most responsible, in a roundabout way, simplified way, of targeting muscle protein synthesis and helping the body build new tissue, right? So those are going to help, again, jumpstart the recovery process. It's putting good nutrients into our body so they can go right away to help us grow and recover. You could also add some kind of carbohydrate powder, something as simple as Gatorade, 25 or 30 or 40 or 50 grams, depending on, again, what's appropriate for you, what is your goal. That can help you just, continue and provide some quick energy, because it's a simple source. It's not being poured on undigested food in your gut because you just consumed, good pre-workout meal. So, you can play around with that. But the keys that you want to take away from here are the timing of the meals really do matter, because we want to make sure we're using the nutrients we put in our body. So pre-workout, 90 minutes to 120 minutes prior to you walking through the gym doors. Of course, if you have an intra drink, have it during your workout, and then post-workout, consume that meal within an hour after training. You could be a shake, even if that's simpler for you at the gym, or if you like a whole food mood after your workout, that's fine too. And then again, don't forget the last point that I made earlier, that the entire day's nutrition definitely affects your training time, especially the day prior to. So these are kind of things you want to be thinking about. Again, if it's very dependent on how serious you are about your goals, but if you're watching this video, you're probably somewhat serious because you're taking the time to research and find some things, right? So consider, how can you improve your peri-workout nutrition? Feel free to comment below, shoot me an email, trainwithcole117@gmail.com, find me on Facebook. I'd be happy to chat about what you're doing and maybe see how can we optimize things further. Thanks so much for taking time to watch. Like, share, and subscribe if you would. And please definitely comment or reach out. I appreciate good feedback. How can I make videos better? What kind of things do you want to hear from me? So catch you guys next time.